Dowie here, ESBL Boxing, delighted to be joined by Haaris and trainer Lee Selby. Haaris, just break that fight down for us. How was it out there?
Yeah, it ended up being comfortable, you know. The fella was a big fella, and I went out there, just got my distance in the first round, didn't take any unnecessary risks, and slowly just tried to build on him, you know, and put some shots together. That's what Lee was saying in the corner, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's having Lee in the corner. Lee, you're very calm in the corner. You're not overly animated. You've clearly put a plan in place beforehand. How do you sit there as a trainer and just sort of trust your fighter to do the work?
Well, I know what the work Haaris is putting in the gym. I know his capabilities. He's pushed to the limit in training. He's had great sparring. Tonight he was up against a giant of a man with a 100% KO ratio in his wins. Although he'd lost a few to top quality prospects, he had a 100% KO ratio, so he could obviously punch. And like I said, he was a giant of a man, and he boxed very well.
Is the long-term plan for you, Haaris, to sort of sit back on a long jab? You're not a small man yourself, 6'4". Is that the plan? Are you a sort of distance fighter? Because so far you've pretty much won every round that you've been in.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right, people think that because I'm taller and I'm lanky, that, you know, it's all about the range. But, you know, I feel like then my ability gets underrated based off that. But, you know, it's comfortable to do it behind the jab, and I like to do that. I like to work on what my strengths are. But if somebody changes it up, I could change it up as well.
Absolutely. And what is it, Lee, that you see in the gym with Haaris that he's got that's going to take him to that level? Because obviously there's a few sides to him. He's a dynamic fighter. What is it that you see that, yeah, that's what we're going to exploit and get out of this young man?
Mainly, he has the work ethic of a champion. He puts 100% into the gym. He's always at the gym. And every time he comes into the gym, he always has a question. What do you think about this? Do you think this will work? Which is great and it's refreshing. And like you said, he has the attributes. He's tall, he's athletic, he can box, but he has a nasty side to him too, which he's started to show, especially in the clinches. He's always looking for a sneaky spy for shot, which is a great attribute to have. And like in the gym, I'm trying to pull him back from fighting and get him to use his attributes, his long range jab, his straight shots, rather than trying to fight. You know, he's like a pretty looking boy. Don't look like a fighter, but he loves to fight, and I got to hold him back and get him boxing.
Lee made it to the top, you know, like one of the greatest to ever come out of this country and so on. So he's a perfectionist, and there's no way that, even though you've done well tonight, there's no way he's going to let you have an easy one on Monday or Tuesday when you're back in. What's Lee telling you on Monday or Tuesday that he isn't saying on camera now that you need to improve on, in your opinion?
There's always something, right? Even in the corners there, I think I'm winning the rounds comfortably, or, you know, he always wants more out of me, and that's what's going to bring the best out of me. Even rounds, say I spar, and I think, oh, I'm doing comfortably, it's easy. I'll come back to the corner and he'll say, oh, why didn't you do this? Why haven't you tried this? And to make it harder for me, and like, it's just inspirational having him in the corner, because I know he's done it from this level all the way to the top, and I can ask him, like, I love boxing, so I ask him, oh, what was it like on this show? How was this one? Who have you sparred here? What gyms have you been to? So it was just great.
And it's way too early to be saying, you know, what level you're going to and all that. Is the plan slow and steady? You're a 24-year-old man, 3 fights, 3 wins, just slow and steady, build up and go traditional route, you know, Welsh title, British, Celtic, so on?
To be honest with you, all I'm going to do is just put 100% into this boxing. I'm not going to half-heart it, or I'm just going to go for it.
Lee, last one from me. We know the cliche things that it takes to get to the top, and the hard work and the sacrifices and the so on. It feels like an obvious question. Does Haaris have, and does he give up enough to push through and go through those levels?
I think he has all the attributes, the work ethic, he trains hard to go to the top. Obviously it's a long way to go yet, but he's having these learning fights. His first 3 fights were great learning fights. The fight prior to this, the guy was unbeaten, coming in, unbeaten record, so he had a different type of hunger about him. The next guy, like I said, a mountain of a man, and just learning progression. Obviously, we'll have close eyes on the main event. Ethan George and Ryan Pocock, campaigning for the Welsh title at his weight. Another win or two, and we'd like to challenge for the Welsh title. Do the same sort of route as what I did. Welsh, Celtic, British, Commonwealth, and hopefully in the end, world champion.
Hopefully another Welsh world champion in the making. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you very much. Nice.